Hold on, hold on. EU drama, really. And I'm always eating when I do these react clips. Oh well. Team lacks leadership, has Wonder Yanko's Perkz. We believe in our academy. Zwyroo has been in academy for 2 years. And not to take anything away from him, but Perkz was not even benched for performance. Saying scrims were worse after Trimby joined. Red flag trash video.
I'm Arnau Vidal, co-founder and chief gaming officer of Team Heretics. I'm also here with Albert, our general manager of League of Legends. And we are here today to talk about the upcoming changes in our LEC team. We identified multiple issues in the team, with one of them being the lack of leadership and communication, especially after the early game. And that's why Trimby came as an option. Even though Kaiser is a really good and skilled player, we think that Trimby can bring that skill into the team, which is something that we are missing and is really affecting us. But even though we knew that that was an issue, it was not the only issue. That's why we sat down with everyone, staff, coaches, players, to really make sure that the change in the support was not the only change that would be made in the team going to Spring Split. Also, several things in terms of structure, discipline, and other topics had to be improved and had to be modified, because we didn't want to believe that with the change in the support everything would be fixed. We wanted to make sure that there was enough self-awareness in the group to understand also other topics that were critical to improve and to change, and to make sure that Spring Split would be much more successful for the team.
After these 1v1 talks, I believe most of the players were aligned, and everyone was more aligned with the issues we found out. We pushed that a lot, and when we started the scrims on Spring Split, we felt that the issues were still there, that the problem was still there, and we were not only not improving, also playing worse than from Winter Split, okay? And for us, not doing anything was not an option, okay? We don't care if we have to push the team a lot and push the players, but we need results, and we need to be playing better. We were still dysfunctional, as Arnau just mentioned. And the key point that we have, or the special point that we have, is that we have an academy that is a really good academy, a really good project that we believe from day one on them. That's why last year Flacket came to a roster, and this year we have this second announcement that we're about to make.
So, as many of you already know, Zwyroo is going to be promoted to LEC. We're really happy because he's been a key player for our academy team success for already 3 years from now. A lot of you might be questioning why this change was not planned before, after the first split. This is something that we've been, of course, discussing and exploring with everyone. And in the conversations after the poor performance of Winter Split, we discussed with
Guys, fuck all the PR shit. Perkz got into an argument with one of the managers about some shit that is nothing to do with his in-game communication or any of the stuff they're talking about. And, you know, the manager or the guy who has the power over the roster got his feelings hurt and, you know, wouldn't take that kind of disrespect, or didn't want to take that kind of attitude, and so he benched him, show him his place. That's just what happened. Like, all this other random shit that they're talking about is completely irrelevant to what happened. They're just trying to justify a reason without publicizing the actual incident that caused all of it. Why pretend? Because I think a good chunk of the community is going to watch this video and they're going to eat it all up. Oh yeah. I love the upcoming talent. I love that, you know, I love that they believe in their academy team, and man, this management is so great. They're willing to make the tough decisions, the hard changes that this team needs. Does anyone actually believe that a team with Jankos, Perkz, and Wonder is lacking in mid-game direction? Like, I can understand that a team with Jankos, Perkz, and Wonder, veterans, could be conflicted in the way that they want to play, right? And so that could manifest itself into them not playing good mid-game. Does anyone actually believe, though, that all of those players, all three of them, put their brains together and they're clueless on what they want to do? It could be a matter of, like, they don't agree or they want to do different things. There is no world in my mind that like those three guys don't have some sort of game plan coming in. So I don't even know. Like, obviously, I'm like nitpicking some of the stuff that they say because like I think it's mostly bullshit, anyways. But they could at least try to make that a little bit more believable. Like, oh, it's a team synergy thing, not a our team just didn't like have a vocal people making calls. Sounds like a coach problem. I mean, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. It doesn't have to be a coach problem. It's possible that they like synergy, guys. That's the truth. I mean, there are many times where I played with former teammates. I mean, like, I played with Bjergsen on and off for like 6 years, 7 years. And there's so many times where we don't agree on how to play early, mid, late, like any particular situation where we just like don't agree. We will get into it. And like, we have different mentalities when it comes to like, you know, how we want to approach certain parts of the game. But that doesn't mean that whatever the fuck they said, like whatever the coaches said about like we don't have anyone like shot calling it. It's like, yeah, no, like we totally do. It's just like after the game, I'd like to discuss like what the better call is or like, you know, why we made those certain calls.